So we begin this meditation by coming into stillness. So however you find yourself this morning, whatever internal weather is working its way out in your body and mind, finding a way of sitting, or you may lie down if you prefer, that supports the intention to be fully awake and fully present. And you may wish to close the eyes. Or you can just drop your gaze towards the floor if you prefer. And just really sensing how the body is being held by the chair or whatever you're resting upon. Tuning into the support that the feet receive from the ground beneath you. And as the body becomes still, we invite the mind also to approach stillness. And that may or may not happen straight away. Allowing your experience to be just as it is, without any big effort or striving. And one thing that can soften this approach is to allow the trace of a smile to appear on the face. As a way of saying to yourself, this doesn't have to be so serious, or we don't have to make some big effort to make something happen. Really, this is a coming home to ourselves, a befriending of ourselves. So much of the time, there can be a lot of self-criticism. So as we sit here, allowing the body to soften, letting the full weight of the body be received by the chair or the bed. And just noticing what is alive for you in the body right now, in terms of sensations. Noticing any variations in temperature. Perhaps there's some tightness or holding or tension. And it may be possible that as you breathe out, that some of this unnecessary holding or tension can be let go a little bit. And having a sense of the whole body sitting here, sitting tall with a sense of dignity, a sense of really showing up for ourselves. And of course, the mind has this habit of continually wandering off. That's just pretty much what minds do a lot of the time. So coming back to the breath, that very particular sensation of the breath as it reaches the nostrils, perhaps a little bit cool on the in-breath, and maybe a little bit warmer on the out-breath. And you may also find that the breath is available for you in the belly or in the chest area, or even the shoulders. And if you're not comfortable in focusing on the breath, there's always sounds as a focus of attention. Sounds in the room you find yourself in, and sounds outside the room. And considering as you sit here practicing this meditation, that it is a unique moment. And although you could practice this meditation again some other time, but right now, this is a once in a lifetime moment. In fact, every moment that we breathe has a unique quality to it. And as we go a little deeper, we see that each one of us holds a certain uniqueness. There are no two people alike in the world. So, this body that you find yourself inhabiting is unique to you and unique to the world. And each one of us carries a unique story. The story of how we grew up and became the people we are now. And we may carry the story lightly, or we may carry it as a burden, with regrets, with a sense of being hurt, sometimes with a sense of disappointment. And for many of us, this body that we've been given can be a source of joy and fun and ease. And sometimes a source of pain, physical pain, emotional pain. We may be influenced by the culture's expectations of how a body should look. And may harbour mixed feelings about our own bodies. So the invitation now is to really fully inhabit the body. Allow it to be just as it is. Having a sense perhaps of appreciation for the body's attempts to support us, to keep us alive, to keep us in balance. Every time we take a breath, we are breathing fresh oxygen into the lungs, which then pass this oxygen through the heart and the bloodstream, so that fresh oxygenated blood is brought to every single cell of the body, reviving, keeping us in balance, nourishing the body. So holding the body in appreciation of all that it's been through, the challenges, perhaps some injuries. And everybody has its limitation. So simply allowing the body to be as it is, with all its beauty and its imperfection. Remembering that this body is completely unique for each one of us. And each body is the storehouse for a unique form of consciousness, a particular take on the world, a perspective, a view that is ours uniquely. So being open to the possibility of having a sense of gratitude and appreciation for this body and this mind with its memories, with its mental strengths, and of course for all of us its mental vulnerabilities too. These vulnerabilities being the very thing that allows us to be human. And that allows us to appreciate the humanness of all those we come in contact with. And we include in this meditation the struggles of life as well as the achievements and the joys, the hurts, the fact that we may be carrying elements of shame or guilt, or the very common experience of somehow perhaps having a vague sense of unworthiness. Or that we don't fit in, or that we don't measure up. And while these thoughts and feelings may be very real for us, the truth is very different. The truth is that really there are no accidents. Our place in the world is something to be celebrated. The world needs our talents. The world needs our truth, even if that truth is sometimes uncomfortable. The poet David Whyte, in a poem called What to Remember When Waking, I'm just going to read an extract, really addresses what I've been talking about here, which is very much about gratitude for our own uniqueness. And he says, "To be human is to become visible while carrying what is hidden as a gift to others. To remember the other world in this world is to live in your true inheritance." And he reminds us, you are not a troubled guest on this earth. You are not an accident amidst other accidents. You were invited from another and greater night than the one from which you have just emerged. You are not a troubled guest on this earth. You are not an accident. So in the remaining few moments of this meditation, as best you can, sitting or lying with a sense of appreciation for your own uniqueness. We're not celebrating perfection. Rather, we're celebrating our imperfection. Which allows us to reach out and connect. You might like to say a word or a phrase in your mind like thank you to my body, thank you to my mind, thank you for all of the experiences of my life which have brought me to this moment.